What's up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. Look, I know it's pretty late at night, and I was just like thinking while I was in the shower, hey, there's so much going on with the altcoin market, and I feel like I haven't given you all a good update on my general thoughts about where the altcoin market is in a while. So I was like, you know what? Why don't we just have a quick little sit down, 5-minute, 10-minute chat, talk about where the altcoin market's at in the macro and the micro, and just give you my updated thoughts there if you find it valuable at all. So what I want to do is I want to break up today's video in half. First, kind of talking about the macro, then talking about the micro. Now, from a macro sense, what I've actually seen from the altcoin market recently has been extremely bullish, at least in my opinion. You know, a lot of people had the thought process of, is this altcoin season? You remember when XRP was really running in November, and then we saw some pumps towards December as well, and everyone was kind of starting to talk about it a little bit. We actually saw Google Trends really start picking up. We saw sentiment across most socials talking about altcoin season, and people wondering, like, is this the altcoin season? And if you've been in a bull market, you know what I'm talking about when I say the altcoin season. Now, I was one of those people. I didn't think so, but I thought, well, there are some crazy things going on, right? We saw Peanut the Squirrel hit, like $1 billion or something like that, which is a good sign. We saw things like XRP starting to catch the attention of people in your everyday lives, people in normal real world, not crypto world, talking about it. Those are all signs that we could be in an altcoin season, so it even had me questioning it. But actually, what I told you all at the time was I hope it's not. The reason that I hope it's not is because generally altcoin season does lead towards the end of the bull market. When you do see altcoin season happen, that's usually the end. And I told you I don't want it to be the end yet, right? I want to continue to see things growing. I want this bull market to continue longer. I want to see what can happen under Trump's administration, right? I want to see all of these things happen, and so I hope it's not. And it does seem to me as if my hopes did come true. You see, when Bitcoin's price started to slow down, not even pull back per se, but start to slow down, we actually saw that slow the altcoin market down in the grand scheme of things. Now, we did have that little burst 2 days ago where the altcoin market was rallying against Bitcoin's dump, but that really didn't suffice. It didn't last very long. It was a good sign, which I'll talk about a little bit here, but it didn't really suffice, meaning the altcoin market has still been following Bitcoin's lead. And the reason that's so important is because oftentimes the best parts of the bull market prior to the altcoin market or the altcoin season are when the altcoins are following Bitcoin's lead. If you want to see this market last until May, until June, until August, until September of 2025, you want to see the altcoins still following Bitcoin's lead right now. I want you to go look back at 2020 and 2021. What we saw in the end of 2020, the beginning of 2021 is what I want to see here. Bitcoin leading the charge. And what we've seen from the altcoin market over the last week or so as Bitcoin did slow down, leading the altcoins such as XRP and ADA and Solana and many more to pull back or cool down themselves was a good sign that we are still in that good phase where Bitcoin is still leading the charge, where it is still making a move. Now, yes, sure, we did see Bitcoin dominance spike for a little while, but you got to remember, right? Or we did see it drop at least for a little while, but you have to remember, in periods in which anything is going up a long time, there will be moments where things reverse. There are small seasons within the big season. There will be periods in which altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin and periods in which Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. But the general trend is what I care about. And what we've seen over the last week or so is the sign that we are still in Bitcoin season. We are still in a period in which Bitcoin is leading the charge, and that's a good thing for altcoins because that means all the gains we've made from altcoins recently are just a taste. They're just an appetizer. All of this growth that we've seen from things like XRP and even Solana and SWI and all these other ones could just be this market warming up. It could just be heating up, and that's a good thing. Now, does that mean that this market can't pull back another 10, 15, 20%? No, it very well might. Go watch my video this morning. I believe that in the short term, things are still sketchy, and we might see this market pull back. I'm not talking about the short term. I don't care, quite frankly, about the short term. I care about the long term. And from a macro perspective, what we're seeing from altcoins is a sign that everything that's been going on and all this excitement and all this hype is only just a taste. It's only just a taste. And quite frankly, if you were around in March, April, May of 2021, I'm sure you would agree with me that what we saw recently was good, but that was no March, April, May from 2021. And again, all of these little signs and signals we've got recently confirm that the thought process or thesis that, hey, we're not in the altcoin season yet. That could still be approaching, meaning there are great buying opportunities all over the place. There are still many cryptos that I'm sure I hold and you hold that are going to still 10x or 20x or maybe at 100x if they're small enough. And God, is that exciting to me. And that's bullish. Now, from a micro perspective, okay, so we talked about the grand scheme of things. From the smaller perspective, geez, stumbled over those words, but from the smaller perspective, from the micro, things do feel a little bit sketchy. Because of the fact that the altcoin market is relying on Bitcoin, Bitcoin looks a little sketchy to me, and I'd be lying if I said it didn't. The fact that we are seeing liquidation so high right now. You remember this morning, and I'd rather you guys just go look, but in the video I'll posted this morning, but I told you all, people are going 100x on leveraged long trades right now as Bitcoin's price is retesting the bottom side of this descending channel. There's a high possibility that we get rejected here and get forced to the downside, and this very well may pull the rest of the market down with it. And so I'm not saying that altcoins are about to, again, immediately start going upwards. I would actually say that the short term looks a little bit sketchy to me. But at the end of the day, what happens in the short term is just fluff. And actually, if this market does pull back, knowing what I know about the long term, that's actually an exciting idea. Think about it. If we're not in the altcoin season yet, and there could still be explosive 100, 1,000, 100,000, 10,000% gains in front of us on many different altcoins, what if we do get another buying opportunity? What if this market does pull back? What if we see something like Solana pull back to 160 or 150? What if we do see things like ETH go back to 2,500? Whatever, right? Random numbers, but who cares? What if we do see that happen? That's a good thing. That's an opportunity to purchase before the big kaboom happens, before that altcoin season does come. And maybe it doesn't come. That may be something you're thinking, Tyler, what if altcoin season doesn't come? Well, we'll just figure it out. But what I do know is that naturally, liquidity, let's talk about just the money flow of things, and crypto and stocks and everything will flow from the safest things to the least safe things before some sort of bear market happens. It's what always happens. It's happened in the stock market for 50, 60, 70 years, and I'm sure it's what's going to happen in crypto. So maybe this is the cycle where everything in the world changes, but I don't believe it. Go find me a cycle in the stock market where individual stocks didn't pump near the big pullback. I'll wait. But until you can find me that, I'm under the belief that we will see an altcoin season happen. And if in the short term we do see this market pullback, who cares? It's an opportunity to either buy some more or take a break, go touch grass, go to the beach, go do what you can do and allow this market to reset, because after that reset, we're going to start making progressive steps towards a big altcoin season, in my opinion, that could generate life-changing gains. Sure, the bull market may be over. Sure, the top might be in. Sure, all those things may be the case. I just don't think so. And therefore, I'm not betting on that. I'm betting that it's not over, that we will see an altcoin season. And if you align with me in that thinking, a pullback in the short term isn't stressful. It's actually a good opportunity. And so my general thought process, to put it in a couple sentences for you, is that sure, in the short term, altcoins may pull back. They may still go down. Things may still get ugly. But the thing is, I don't care. If they do go down, I'll buy some more, because what I'm seeing from the long term is that Bitcoin is still in control. And when Bitcoin is in control, that means the altcoin season's not happened yet, and life-changing generational gains are still on the way. And so because of that, let's just let this bad boy ride and see what happens. And of course, we'll just go from there. And so those are my overall thoughts. I hope you guys did enjoy. I know this was a little bit different of a video. I don't really do these sit down videos and chats with you super often. So if you did enjoy it, do let me know. And guys, I will actually remind you and let you know, if you do find things like this valuable, you can feel free to go check out Tyler Hill's Crypto Vault down below. In Tyler Hill's Crypto Vault, guys, we have a very, very simple mission, okay? We're going to take a crypto investor like you. We're going to give you courses, coaches, classes, live streams, workshops, and more. We're going to use that to help you create investment strategies, and we're going to turn those strategies into gains as best we can. If we're not able to, you get your money back. And the best part is, it starts at $5 a month. So if you want access to this and you want to start generating all the gains and hopefully all the life-changing gains that we're going to see from the altcoin season that we just spoke about, but gains like these people are generating $5,000, $7,000, 25%, 30%, 50%, all of these gains just being from today, you can check out that down below. But that's not really the point of today's video. I just wanted to let you know that's down there. If you do want to check it out, it's available for you. It's that Patreon link down there, of course, as I mentioned before. But overall, I think we're in a great spot in the altcoin market. I really do like it. I don't care what happens in the short term, and I'm looking forward to, of course, tracking it all as it plays out. So, of course, if you have been enjoying this journey, if you have been finding these videos valuable, I can't wait to make more for you. And all that I ask is that you just smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.